we've got somebody who also needs a sealed dealing. You've seen him all week, guys. The ending of this one, the finale that we have in store for, well, not the finale of the show, plenty more show here today. But we've sort of come to our own, I guess, at least first finale, I guess you could call it. We've got a Yannis Pappas finale in store for you guys tonight. You've seen him on the show, I think, 2 weeks in a row. We showed you these Instagram lives where comedian Yannis Pappas starts, ranting about us. It started with as simple as somebody commenting, Redbar's watching on this Whitney Cummings podcast that he was a guest on. And he goes, yeah, who's this Redbar? What's he watching? Yeah. Well, why doesn't he watch me throw him into a ceiling fan? And he got all... At this point, I think we had never really done anything to Yannis Pappas to warrant him wanting to throw us into a ceiling fan. It was as simple as somebody trolling saying, Redbar's watching, you're under investigation. And he flipped. And remember, we showed you 2 weeks in a row 10-minute long IG live rants about the ceiling fan that he mentions over and over again. And constantly going, oh, he's investigating? He's investigating? Good. Because there's nothing to find. You're not going to find anything on old Yanni. Nothing to find. You're investigating? Oh, yeah. Why don't you investigate, how good I am and how much I have nothing to hide. Okay. We're not investigating. Bro, it's called someone's trolling you, and it's not even me doing it. It's just some random guy in your Instagram live saying, Redbar's doing an investigation. You never even looked into it to see if Redbar's doing any sort of investigation. You just started losing it. So, I'm here to tell you today, we don't really even do investigation. There's no investigation. It's a guy that said we're investigating. You got really scared about that. So then thousands more guys started coming at you and saying the investigation is on. They found this is as clear as day as to why this would happen. And we just watched your rants and we said, oh my God. And we watched you with this ceiling fan thing that, do we have that video of what that might look like?
Yes.
Don't we have a video here that somebody made? Who made this? This was incredible. And we'll show you what it might look like if I did ever get involved with this ceiling fan thing. I don't know what fucking room he thinks we're going to be in together where there's a ceiling fan. Where do you think we're going? The sports bar? I don't have ceiling fans here, although I wish we did. Wish we fucking did.
It's fucking hot right now.
But there's nowhere you're going to see me with a ceiling fan. I'm not, am I going to go to your beautiful suburban home? Your gorgeous, beautiful suburban starter home, and wait till you hear where he got the money for this house. Oh, God, you're going to love this. Do we have that little video?
Yeah, it's at the top of next up.
Wait till you see this. So, somebody made a funny video. This is called a hilarious Yannis ceiling fan edit. He's been talking about throwing me, the host, into the ceiling fan of a building or the ceiling. But he's said it too many times to the time where it's like a meme. Okay, a huge fucking meme at Redbar. Everybody's jerking on you about this ceiling fan thing. So somebody made an edit. Host self-defense. Remember, I'm on host defense. Stamets 7. Mushroom pills from that mushroom guy from Rogan. I'm taking the pills he makes himself. Host self-defense. So instead of host defense, it's host self-defense. It's very funny. Yannis goes through a ceiling fan. I hope not. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to throw him into a ceiling fan.
What did you just fucking say?
Oh, I know.
Okay. That's a nice way to expose or to enlarge. Here we go. Beautiful edit. And do we know who did this? Look at this. They've got a little host defense mushrooms thing over here. Thank you. Good. I'm glad people picked up that I'm on host defense now. It's working wonders for my vitality. Is this supposed to... Did someone say this is a picture of me?
I think so. Looks more like you than him.
Look at this picture, this beady-eyed. He even the art, he let them do it where his eyes are these little tiny fucking too close together beads. You know that's not what you want to look like. Here he is. Listen to this little edit.
I'm going to throw him into a ceiling fan.
What did you just fucking say?
All I know is I see the occasional red bars watching. If there's a ceiling fan, and I'll throw that fucking kid into it.
Seriously, say that again.
What the mother of God? That came out of nowhere.
And I don't know. If he's in New York, I'm going to throw him into a fucking ceiling fan.
Excuse me?
The ceiling fan again? Look at this. Look. You see the throne? Look at me. Look at me. This is my favorite part. I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at that. You've never seen me like that. Guys, animate me flying around like that as much as you can. I got such a kick out of that. Did you see this little piece of action here that happens? I got to see this again. Now watch me when I'm up. I don't know why I'm up there. I thought the idea is I'm throwing him into the fan. But then they still wanted to see me get hit. So they wanted to see me get. So I'm all of a sudden at the top going, ah! And it really, I mean, I'm honored to see myself go through that. Please make me go through more stuff like that if you have the editing apps.
And I don't know. If he's in New York, I'm going to throw him into a fucking ceiling fan.
Excuse me?
The ceiling fan again? Look at me. No, ignore that. Look at me. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's incredible to me. Well done. Who made that?
The guy who posted it.
The guy who posted it.
His name should be on it.
His name is Ryan Hermiton or something. Thank you, Ryan. That was incredible. And yeah, here, if you need it, I mean, I really like that. It was really nice seeing me. So, yeah, that's that ceiling fan stuff. He flipped out. And remember, we have very little involvement in any of this stuff. So, you know, I think the word on the street out there is that Redbar is like constantly harassing these people. And that's why they flip out, or that's why Redbar is bad or something. There's like no harassing going on. We showed you these clips of his outbursts. And then thousands of people wrote Redbar's watching in his comments.
And that's
about
all it takes.
As far as it goes. So there's no investigation. There's no even really thinking about Yannis, except when people post screenshots going, oh my God, look what he's doing in the replies. And boy, wait till you see what
and
he's
Yannis,
done.
we have a lot of stuff on our plate. We don't even need all of this extra business with you. It's so much extra work.
Really? I mean, we really have very little interest in you. We can't believe you did this. And we've got an exciting, again, you're almost too boring. Because I see some people going, you know, he likes the attention. You know, this guy's never going to stop with this. And I go, yeah, I'm not even that interested in Yannis Pappas. You know, if I've ever brought him up, it's just, you know, in hopes something like this would fucking happen. But we could care less about Yannis Pappas. So what I really want to focus on here today is the fact that this all started because he assumed we were doing an investigation on him. An investigation where he got very defensive constantly. Yeah, what are you going to investigate? The fact that I was a social worker once? You can investigate the fact that I'm a great dad and a great husband? And just over and over again to the point where we're going, is there something we need to actually be investigating? You're acting like crazy. I mean, if this was in a movie, it would all make sense. But still, no investigation was ever had. A lot of trolling was had. Wait till you see this. Should I show them the video that you took? Because he deleted everything. Should I show that video, the screenshot? Look at this. Is this right? So, the other day, again, this is happening. We get updated on this after the fact. You know, to learn that Yannis has been at this all day, every day. I mean, really battling with this all day long. What I'm about to show you here, it's going to be shocking. he's got a YouTube video, okay? And I guess the listeners have bitten onto this Yannis thing. After the last show, hundreds of you, and I really haven't seen you guys take on something like this in a long time, right? I mean, we talk about everybody here. When's the last time you saw like 500 listeners go after a guy in the comments somewhere? I mean, you don't do that to anybody else that we've ever talked about. So there must have been something about Yannis that got people excited and wanting to get involved. I don't know. Did we ask people to get involved? Did we just have a bigger audience now, and that's just what happens when you ask? I don't know if we even asked. I don't really remember.
I feel like you're always going, everyone go
scare
tell
him.
Yannis
But we say that about everybody.
We're after him. But
I say that about every guy. Go scare him on Instagram, and you go, and maybe 3 guys did it, right?
But this time.
Yannis's Instagram, and he's been deleting. We've got the videos here. He's been deleting, but almost all of his Instagram posts since the last show, every one of his YouTube, everywhere you go, hundreds of comments. Redbar's watching. They're just the bullshit. Yannis, it looks like you're hiding something. This video is going to show you. This was his YouTube. Is it still up? Look at this.
Fake lesbian porn.
Okay, so this was the show. It's just one of his stupid podcasts. How many views does it have now? 10K views. Okay, so he's up to 10K. This came out 4 days ago. He's just got this boring-ass podcast. And in the comments, 500, 600 people decided to troll Yannis. And he replied to almost everything.
Well, that's probably why so many people got into it, because it might have just been 3 guys if he didn't start replying to them.
I really want to know, what was it about Yannis that sparked everybody to want to, I guess just him fighting back and being crazy. I mean, this is not since Joey Diaz have we seen a guy, right? So here it is. He pinned a comment. Look at this. The pinned comment is 3-4 paragraphs about who I am and what Redbar is. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is his pinned comment because so many people had come to his YouTube to leave nasty comments. For those of you who are confused, Mike Redbar is a podcast host who has been doing a show for years. In that time, he's gathered a relatively small group of subscribers who enjoy watching him make fun of comedians. You could find his show clips on YouTube. If that were all, it would be great. However, he sends his small group of fans, amassed over 20 years, to troll comedians in the comments with the goal of making them afraid of being doxxed.
What? Where did you get that?
Whoa. That's not true at all, by the way. With the goal of making them afraid of being doxxed. The problem is that he can't control every single person who follows him, or to the extent to which they want to project their pain. As a result, a few often cross the line and make up things about the comedian's characters. Making up things about their characters? You mean like an opinion? They always try to do that. They always try to go, it's a lie, right? What's a lie? We're showing you. And then they're writing Redbar's watching. That's pretty much all we've done. We haven't made anything up about you. We go, look at this guy's reaction to somebody saying Redbar's watching. And you took it from there. As a result, a few often cross the line and make things up about the comedian's characters, trying to convince the comedians that people like you, who don't know his brand, will be confused. His goal is to scare the comedians and make them feel what he feels behind the persona. Well, this part's right. His goal is to scare the comedians. Yeah. You don't think that's funny and cool?
And also, who are you speaking to right now? I don't think that you only have 10K views on this video. If people looked at the comments and saw all this mess, they'd just be like, oh, what's going on with Yannis? Guess I'll watch the podcast
This is
next
insane.
week.
Of course, it's
like,
fucking insane. You don't have to describe why it's insane. This is a grown man. I mean, we're really going to look, because this is a suburban fucking father. For him to be acting like this, it's psycho.
So you're worrying other people are going to see these comments and flip out? I
guess so. The problem is Mike's health. He has become very ill, not a joke. As we know, fear and anger trapped in the body slowly kill you. He has acknowledged this and says it's karma. That's a flat out lie. I would never acknowledge something like that. That's insane. He seems okay with it. Anyway, this is just context for you. Other than that, like most things on the internet, it's meaningless and exists only in a comment section. Most of his fans are great and having their brand of fun. Enjoy the episode. 3 likes.
Damn.
Most people hated that. Most people were like, whoa. You know, this guy's actually nuts. Thank you. You know, they didn't know you were nuts. How many of your own fans are seeing this now going, oh my God, he's so crazy now. We didn't know. I didn't know you were this crazy. I thought you were a level-headed guy. I'm sure everyone else did too. We are shocked at what you've done. And wait till you hear the finale that we're going to do. Because you're going to be shocked at our finale today. You think, you know, and everybody at home thinks, oh, we're just going over what happened this week. Oh, no. This has what's called a finale. We got to get more fireworks sound effects in here. I like the sound of a stereo firework going off in the sky. Who doesn't? So he leaves this, and here we'll scroll down. You can see the comments that we're talking about. Every one of these comments is somebody making fun of him. I like this one. Tim Dillon brings you on because he feels sorry for you. Delete that. Yeah. Oh, that's not the one I meant to show you. Sorry. I don't like that one. Nobody here is confused. Okay. And it goes on. Look at this. Our video of this here. This is a video
He
that we
deleted
made.
every comment.
So he deleted. This is a video of all the comments. Look at this. See, they all go down. The video is 7 minutes and 27 seconds long of just scrolling. This is the video. This is how many comments and how many replies he did. We'll just show you. Look at this. Just look at this scroll. You know, we're obviously not going to read you this. We're just showing you that how many.
That one I was
there
going
were.
slow so you could read
Okay,
it, so
yeah.
you could go to the middle. But
Look.
it's 7 minutes.
7 minutes of comments. And him responding. I'll pause when I see him respond, maybe. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so...
I know. It's like, jeez.
Well, we didn't know what to do. I mean, we hoped that our comments would be alive and well on his YouTube. We didn't think that he would stay up all night deleting. And it's not like he just could batch delete them. He went in there after 647 people commented and hand deleted them all. Used to be a fan. Oh, here he is yelling back. Sorry, I am very high, and I do not want to read any of this. This is fucking shit.
He spent a whole day replying to all of these comments. He spent the whole next day deleting all of the comments and covering it up. And then he spent all of Father's Day re-commenting on everybody's
The comments
picture.
aren't important. We just wanted to show you 7 minutes worth of people commenting and 7 minutes worth of him replying to almost every single comment on here. So we go, whoa, ha, 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 hilarious, funny. That was fine. But it didn't stop there. This is where things start getting good. Okay, where am I in this note here, Jules? He deleted
Do you want
them
to
all.
show
He
the
took a
clip
video.
from his Patreon episode at all?
Let's do that. Yeah, send me that.
Okay, put it to the top.
Because this is great. And I hate to do this. I didn't really. I realized this is going to be so brutal
Of a
coming
war.
up. Wait till you see, because we didn't want to do this. Our investigation, remember, was just a joke. Okay, next up. Jules?
Yeah.
Where am I looking
Oh,
for
at
this?
the very top.
Very top. Giannis. YouTube. Here he is.
Stuff that could.
So he also went on his Patreon. He did a bonus episode about us. Oh, now it's got 471 views. So this had 196 views when we went to see it. It was up for 4 days. Here's Giannis. What's our first time code here?
3:30.
0330.
Yep.
Okay, here he is. And this is his Patreon episode. We couldn't believe he did this. We couldn't believe he was so mad. And at this point, the only things that were happening were a few handful of people saying Red Bar's watching, you're being investigated, that whole bull crap.
Welcome to the Patreon. Welcome to the Patreon. I want to welcome any Red Bar fans who are watching, or Red Bar himself. Thank you for the viewership. We need
So
it.
he does his Patreon videos. You know, he won't pay. I think Patreon even now lets you pay, and they've got a video player that you could use to protect your videos on Patreon so that people can't send out links. Yannis does not pay for any of that stuff. He uses YouTube, and he just makes the videos unlisted. That's how we're watching it today. So you don't have to be a member of his Patreon. All we need is one member willing to share the link because he refuses to pay. I think it's like $9 a month to get the feature where they give you a video player to upload
But he's
to.
got a lot of monthly fees going on.
He does have a lot of monthly fees. So here it is. Yeah, it had 196 views. So he's doing these Patreon episodes, 51 minutes. He's sitting here an hour a week talking to maybe 200 people tops. The reason this one has more is because we have the link. It was shared in the Bring Back group. Everybody was watching it. And he's talking to the Red Bar fans, which is a weird place to do it, tucked away on his Patreon. Patreon? Patreon. That's a weird place to do a big talking to the Red Bar viewers like he's about to do. I mean, why would he assume any of the Red Bar audience would be members of his Patreon? That's a weird place to do this 20-minute rant.
Bar fans who are watching, or Red Bar himself, thank you for the viewership. We need it.
You're
Who's that?
welcome.
It's up to 470
I took a
views with
peek.
us.
He's some kid who has like a troll show, and he tells his fans go and they make comments on your videos saying we're launching an investigation into Yanni.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just want to say good luck with your investigation. I don't know.
This is like his
You're under
10th time
I'm under
saying all this.
investigation by the FBI.
Did they find a laptop or something?
Good luck with what you find, but you know, he trolls like podcasters and comedians and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently he does it. So many of them have commented that I took a peek and looked at him.
You know, for those of you, that's why I want to say everything we do, you've seen here on the show. There might be like new people who are like, oh, they probably spend all day like trolling and harassing. Sorry, guys. Harassing these comedians, right? There might be people who think that we're like the Dabbleverse guys who are sitting there online and in message and discords. No. Everything we do is what you've seen on the show. So I kind of resent this troll thing. I mean, I don't think that's what the show is ultimately doing. We're showing the craziest fool's moments from the week. I mean, these are newsworthy highlights of guys doing crazy stuff. Now, if you don't like what's been shown on this show, well, you should change your behavior. Because all we did was show videos of your stuff, your own videos. So, yes, we are not trolling him besides these people in the comments. Red Bar's watching, of course. But other than that, nothing has been done at this point.
He trolls like podcasters and comedians and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently he does it. So many of them have commented that I took a peek and looked at him. He's a frail looking kid. Apparently he's sickly. He looks sickly. Takes like
Red Bar?
Yeah, Red Bar, I think his name. I know his name's Red Bar. Very close to another guy named Red Band, but it's Red Bar.
The name of the show is Red Bar. His name is Red Bar, and I know it's Red Bar because I know for a fact that it's Red Bar. Similar to Red Band. Okay?
Why do this type of guys always get so excited that you're sick?
Isn't that something for a social worker? A guy who's talking every 5 minutes, he's going, I'm a social worker. You do an investigation. All you'll find is that Yanni did social work. Well, what kind of social work is this to do to somebody? You're socially, saying terrible things to me. It's not social. So we might report this to any. I hope you don't plan on doing any more social work because you're out of the business treating someone like this with an illness like this. What kind of person would treat someone like that? A bad guy. You know, if you're trying to prove that we've got no reason to be watching you, well, then you can't say all this other stuff. Listen to this.
And he looks sickly. So, maybe the disease he has is being him. Maybe he's dying of being him. That could be what he's got. The doctors go, well, you got a case of being you.
People try this all the time with the reason he's sick. It's got to be because of what he does to me, Josh Denny. Oh, yeah, sure. I'm sure God is striking me down over Josh Denny. Please. God is sitting up there giving diseases to people. This is what they're saying. Because think about the ego you must have to think that God would go out of his way for a guy like you and go, he said Redbar is watching and doing an investigation about Yannis Pappas. Let's give him a chronic disease. Let's make this really painful. Let's cause him to be in a living hell. You really think that's how it goes? Why would you say that? I mean, that's
you're getting
like
owned by a guy who's sick.
Why are we making
You're
your
in
life
full health?
So, and I know he doesn't mean this. Listen, Yannis,
He's grasping. He doesn't know what to say. He's never been through this.
That they all do. We understand. I know you're very, very scared, and you should be, because I can't believe what's going to happen in the end. Now you actually have to be scared. The whole joke of being scared is in fact over, because coming up is something that you actually will really have to worry about. If you thought Redbar's watching, just the phrase was bad, wait till you see what we've seen from the watching. You're going to hate it. Coming up in moments. All right, let's hear some more.
Being him. That could be what he's got. The doctors go, well, you got a case of being you. So that's what's taking you down. But he's got a radio show. He does sound effects and shit. I watched like a minute of it.
Oh, yeah?
They hate these effects.
He watched a
They
minute of
hate
it.
this shit. And I don't blame him. If somebody else was doing this, I'd have it up to fucking here. So, but yeah, that's, this is what we do here. We got to hit this button every 5 fucking seconds. You wouldn't understand.
He attacks podcasters?
He attacks podcasters.
Oh, nice. Does he get a lot of views?
I think so. I don't know. I think he gets probably more than this show.
I was about to say.
He's kind of punching down.
Punching down.
Yeah, I don't know. But he's just having fun. And, it's fun stuff. And, I'm sure he's funny on occasion because people seem to like him. All guys. Now,
Remember, this episode 6 days ago, it's got 476 views, and most of those are from us watching. So that's very scary, too. It's very scary. This is a 45-year-old guy. He's got a wife. He's got 2 kids. All of his peers are doing bigger and better things than him right now. And he's watching his podcast numbers drop with us watching. They're at 476 views. And that's a very scary place to be when you've got a family and you got to support them with this comedy. It's like what Brian Callen saw, what brought him to tears to go, I'm fine. On The Fighter and the Kid that we just watched, this would be really scary. And that's why you shouldn't have
spawned.
You shouldn't have I don't know what I guess this is what happens. Even with all the help, even with all the famous friends, even with all the opportunity, the Joe Rogan experience, the built-in audience, you're on everybody's podcast. You're friends with every comedian. You've got all the opportunity in the world. And even with all of that, they're saying no. And they're saying it's not going to work out. So it's funny because I think all these comedians think this is a gold rush, a never-ending gold rush for them. But you know what? It's very similar to how it's always been. The comedians that aren't good enough end up turning into old, out-of-it hacks who make very little money and struggle. Just like the old days. How many comedians are just the shittiest fucking guys now, making very little money, having to do 6-7 shows a week at tiny little venues? That's what you're becoming. That's what Brian Callen and Brendan are becoming. It must be terrifying to become that when you had every door open for you and you could have become a millionaire. To be on Joe Rogan, I mean, really, think about. And you don't even have to be that good.
Why is it being Jewish an insult to you, Nick?
You don't even have to be good. Look at Tony Hinchcliffe. Look at Tom Segura. Look at Bert Kreischer. You can't be this bad. So this must be scary for these guys. I think that's why they're starting to act out with this whole Redbar thing. Imagine a guy like this while your whole life is you're so scared. You had all these kids. You bought a house and these cars. And now Redbar is talking all this smack. I mean, I'd be fucking livid.
Girl. Maybe there are girls. I don't know. I haven't looked, but seems to be a lot of guys. A lot of guys out there.
This old woman.
They basically bring traffic to the page.
They bring traffic to the site, so I'm very thankful. So thank you very much. And, I'm hoping you get well, supposedly he's sick or something. See, I tuned into a clip. He was down. An alarm went off, and he took just a handful of pills.
You tuned into a clip where I was doing the 9-pill challenge? Or did you type into YouTube Redbar sick?
Yes, I definitely
to find that clip. I tuned in. He was taking. I mean, what clip? Are there a lot of clips of me taking all these pills? How would you find? I want to see what clip is me taking the pills to see what he found, because he probably typed Redbar sick into YouTube to see how sick I am and what's going on here. They get excited by that. I mean, it's like, all right. I mean, and imagine how it's like, isn't it? You don't have anything else you could say about me? Gotta go right to the sick part, as if that's gonna act. Like, you can't possibly believe that doesn't even work on yourself, right? Well, I could still. There's a silver lining. He's sick and he could die very soon. Yeah, that's my out. And I'll be free. Okay. You'll never be free. I have trained. Oh, this is going to go on for years. I have already trained replacements for myself to do this to you for your whole life.
I tuned into a clip. He was down. An alarm went off, and he took just a handful of pills. So whatever he's got, I don't know. So I mean, I think he's taking his anger out at God on podcasters.
Why not? That's a good talk.
Hey, listen. A lot of us, we all deserve it. It's a very worthy thing to go off to fucking.
He should. I mean, there's too many podcasts.
It's too many. I agree with him.
You got to trim the herd a little.
You got to trim the herd a little bit. If he's got to take me out, I don't think it's going to make a dent. But
ooh, isn't that Dalia's line?
The funny thing is when the people post those comments, I think they think they're trying to scare you or something. They think that you're going to be scared. Like,
what do they say?
You're under investigation.
No allegations, though?
You replied to them for 9 hours straight. They literally logged your daily activity. Like, we know your whereabouts for like a big 13 to 28 hour block of time. I mean, there's no other way. You couldn't type all that on the go. You just couldn't. So you sat for a full day and a half and replied to every comment. You direct messaged people. This didn't, I mean, it would take days to show you how many messages and comments he left about this. So to hear him say something.
What do they say?
You're under investigation.
No allegations, though?
Or the allegation. I don't know. It's like
right.
you can't, a lot of my videos don't get that many comments, so I've run into a few. And it's all, you're under investigation, or we're coming along with the investigation. So I'm very scared about what the investigation is going to be.
I look forward to hearing the evidence.
I look forward to hearing what the evidence is.
Why are people so afraid to be scared of things?
I know. I don't get that either. I'm scared of so much.
If somebody was doing an investigation about me, I would be scared. Okay? You don't want people doing things like this to you. You're very scared.
Is what they're going to find on me. That's going to be fun to find out what they find on me.
Who else have they investigated?
I don't know, but what he does is he'll like pause the podcast and like the clip of he'll pause it and like zoom in on your face. Like, he looks guilty. I don't know. He's very angry. He just like makes up like a narrative about like right now he'd pause my face and be like, he looks worried.
That checks out. I mean, this is almost like low-hanging fruit to me at this point. This is like not what I want to be doing. There's like this bickering I need something spicy. I need something more creative than this, Yannis. And we have that. Coming up, you'll see what our investigation blossomed.
And we didn't even do an investigation still. It just
We got
fell on our
handed
lap.
a free investigation result. So it was so cool because I don't have an investigation and nobody's out even doing anything. Literally, it's just these people saying Redbar's what, they're just having fun.
Man.
And then God, because he felt bad about the disease he gave me. God, in the like a night, 2 days ago, right? 2 nights ago.
I think so.
2 nights ago, God just handed me an investigation result.
No, I think this was last night.
Was this last night?
Yeah. Remember?
Last night. That's how soon this happened.
I know.
Last night, we were sitting on the couch and we were gifted the results of an actual investigation. You won't believe it. All right, let's hear some more.
What time is it?
What did you do,
'Cause he goes on
Yanni?
for
What
so
did you-
We're at
long.
7:33.
Go to like 14:30. He just repeats himself a lot.
He's the definition. If you don't like it, tune in. That's his. That's his logo.
This guy's good for
A
business.
lot of people say, if you don't like it, don't tune in.
Right.
This guy would be like, if you don't like it, what I don't like, I tune into. I don't know.
All right.
But it's funny. I'm sure it's funny stuff, dude.
They're
People are
looking
watching.
at our clips from
So
the
God
show.
bless.
I hope the investigation goes on for a couple of years.
I hope the investigation continues because
Really?
it's adding comments, which is
Which
You
is doing
deleted all of them.
nothing, and then you deleted all of them, remember? And you don't want a bunch of comments that are all negative. It's not going to help your career, I promise. So, and then you deleted all the comments that you said were so awesome that were helping.
couple of years.
I hope the investigation continues because it's adding comments, which is apparently good.
I can't believe you're acting like
listen,
this.
the more you comment, the more scared I get about what he might find out. So continue to comment.
He's going to
But for
hate
people
what
who
we found out.
have done something, this is when he freezes. Right now, he'll freeze my face and go, "Talk on, Yanni."
You already
I
said
can
that.
see how it might make them a little nervous if they don't know
You
who.
did that 7 minutes ago. I skipped ahead 7 minutes. You're still saying that again?
Talk about our clips, okay?
Let's
He
hear it.
is, and they just people start posting like we're launching an investigation. You know, how do you say there's nothing to find without making it seem like you're trying to deflect from there's something to hide?
That's right.
I don't know, but all I can say is I'm very nervous about what you might find out. I'm a kid. I'm a guy who I lie a lot. You'll catch me on that.
Well,
Underage girls, definitely.
Oh,
Sexual harassment.
why would you say that about yourself? That's not even a funny joke. Why would you say that about you? You're trying to get us on the wrong path here? And wait till you see what he says coming up.
I think he's on the wrong YouTube channel if he's looking for that.
I think you're on the wrong one if you're looking for that.
Why? Why is that crazy? You're so not a rapist? Like, what are you getting at here? Listen to this.
Definitely. Sexual harassment. I think there might be a rape in there.
I think he's on the wrong YouTube channel if he's looking for that.
I think you're on the wrong one if you're looking for that.
Is there some? Am I missing something here? Are you like the complete opposite of a rapist? Okay. We didn't think you had anything to do with rape at all.
I don't think anyone ever said that.
So this makes it seem like, should I be looking into something like that? I hope that's not happened.
Girls, definitely. Sexual harassment. I think there might be a rape in there.
I think he's on the wrong YouTube channel if he's looking for that.
I think you're on the wrong one if you're looking for that.
Okay.
Yeah. How come there's no Dalia fucking videos?
Whoa, you didn't
have the Joe list. Where's
Wait, listen.
the Dalia commentary?
You want us to make videos about Chris D'Elia, your peer? I'm sure Chris wouldn't like to hear that Yannis Pappas is going online saying Redbar should be making videos about Chris D'Elia, which we have, of course. So will somebody just clip this part here where he says this?
Yeah. How come there's no D'Elia fucking videos?
Whoa, you
Going
didn't
after Joe List? Where's the D'Elia commentary?
Okay, so send that piece to Chris D'Elia and be like, I can't believe Yannis is doing this, man. That's like so unfair to you.
He's going around to all these commentary channels and asking them to investigate you more, and he says you're getting away with too much.
I mean, imagine that. Imagine if your peer was going around saying that. And believe me, Yannis is one of these guys who's like probably really friendly with Chris in person. So, yes, do that, because I believe that would make Yannis mad, because he wouldn't have normally said something like that. You know, what you're asking people to make videos about Chris D'Elia, somebody you work with? That's too far, man. Let Chris live.
You don't have the Joe List? Where's the D'Elia commentary? I mean, how do you go after Joe List of all people?
Nicest guy with herpes.
Nicest guy with herpes on the planet. Funny, very funny comedian. Like, how do you go
a
out?
lot of these guys, they don't understand. There's like levels, okay? But they find this solace, this peace in the fact that we go after everybody. As if we're just randomly throwing darts and picking. That ain't the case. That's a nice coat. Maybe that makes you feel better. Oh, he goes after everybody. It's really not everybody. It's a large group of some real despicable people, yes. And you're one of them now. So it's not everybody. And there are levels. Yes, Joe List is not as bad as you. Okay? So, Joe List, there's just some suspicion that he might be cheating on his wife with Karen Feehan. There's, we don't really care for his comedy or the way he carries himself. His acting and his videos are really bad. And then there's this idea that, that he's probably, or even just the way he interacts with Karen Feehan is enough where I go, that's a scumbag move. Your wife just had your baby, and every minute you're out with Karen Feehan talking about her breasts and sex and blowjobs and how pretty she is and taking her on tour. I don't care if you're not screwing around. What you're doing is just as bad. Okay? That's emotional abuse to the wife and the baby. I can't even imagine. So, Joe, that's Joe List. Now, you're a few levels worse than that description of it. See that? Because wait till you see what this little guy... Now, again, I always thought level-headed guy, he's fine, right? He doesn't bother anybody. And I bet like Joe Rogan thinks this guy's like a decent guy. He's a regular, decent guy. Well, we've uncovered that you're not. And it will, the part that's going to happen today because of all the stuff you did, like if you would have just ignored the red bars watching, the part that's coming up, you'd never have to deal with. And you're going to really hate just dealing with the end part of the Red Bar video about you this week. I think this is the third video that's on YouTube, doing very well. Saw a few videos, Red Bar Yannis, covering all the details.
It's a three-part series, like Red and Fair.
So this will be a great part. You're going to love this part of the video series.
Pretty soon there's going to be a I Hate Nate Bargatze on here. His material's too wholesome.
Oh, have fun investigating him.
Look, as a guy who enjoys things can be entertaining, I'm a fan. So, in conclusion,
you're not a fan. You
keep
hate
doing
this
what you're doing,
with
and
all
I
your heart.
think the audio quality was not that good on whatever podcast that episode was about. It's he picked a lane, dude. I think it's a smart move.
Yeah,
because otherwise you're just in this sea of competing.
Right.
You got to go on stage, and you got to, it's a lot easier to just go. That's
skip ahead to 17.
You need it.
1700.
You can always go right by just going, look at that, look at that, as opposed to going like, let me put myself out there, He doesn't put himself out there. He attacks people who put themselves out there, and he's just has his shades on, his sunglasses inside. Which you know what I think about that. When people wear their shades inside during the day,
That's
lights
the kind of
on.
unique opinion we come to a real comic for.
I hate to say this. You really should be wearing shades. Your eyes are this 2 dots close together like this. Really, I mean, the glasses zoom them out a little bit. Here, they're giving him some magnification. If there's anybody who should be wearing shades, it's you. Okay? With the 2 dots.
Let's see those eyes. I'm investigating you now.
No, you're not.
Good head of hair, though.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Good head of hair.
Really good.
Yeah. Didn't give in.
Not
Didn't
at all.
walk right past the Just for Men
And this
aisle.
guy knows
Walked
hair.
right past it.
So he's making fun of my gray hair. When you see him without a hat, you'll see he's got this horrendous dye job. Wait till you see the dye job. So he's got this gray beard. He doesn't want to go that far. And then he's got this copper brown,
Chestnut.
all one color lump of hair. So, yeah, you really shouldn't be making fun of a man for not dyeing his hair. Okay, it should absolutely be the other way around.
Walk right past it. I'd rather walk around looking like I worked with sheet dust all day.
Sheetrock.
Yeah. Shout out to Sergio Chicone.
Shout out, Sergio.
Looks like he was laying drywall all day.
I tell you get away with a lot with a good head of hair.
Dude, he looks like a biker with AIDS.
I mean, look at what the thumbnails he's looking at. And he's saying that I look like I have AIDS. Here's one of the other guys in the thumbnail. That's Jim Brewer. Look at Joe List. I look worse than this. Every person on this screen is uglier than me, including yourself. Look at this. He looks like I think you're looking at your friends in the thumbnail. None of these are like some of my best shots.
I mean, couldn't have picked a better
You
hair
couldn't
day
have picked
there.
a better day there. There's nothing
Stunning.
about AIDS there. This guy right here, that's AIDS.
Huge shoulders in that pic, too.
It was giant back then.
I'm worried about his health. That's all. I'm worried that being him might be affecting his health. Is it worth it? Is a subscriber or Patreon or ad money worth your health?
There's no ad money.
Go to a monastery. Practice gratitude. No, it's funny stuff. He's he's shitting on Schaub. Everyone loves to do that.
Look how he's trying to this cope.
Adam Freeland. He's shitting on everybody.
Nope, that's Adam Friedland talking about us, actually. He's shitting on Adam Friedland. No, that's Adam and Nick saying how great they like me.
Open your eye.
Open your eyes. And yes, we're shitting on Callan, Sam Tripoli, Fool's Origins of Josh, Denny, and Melton. Totally
great
deserved. Jeremiah Watkins, a total creep. He deserves more. Brendan Schaub, of course. With Chris D'Elia. There's big Chris D'Elia headline there.
It's an equal opportunity shit on. So he just he gets in the culture and makes fun of everybody. So that's a good thing. We're comedians. We all make fun of everybody. So he's joining in.
Then this should be fine.
So hopefully he can take it as much as he dishes it, if he dishes a lot. Because I just served him a dish. Anyway, back to what we really want to talk about today.
I just served him a dish. Okay, this is lovely. And you could go watch this by
Wait,
yourself.
you should go to 1915 for
there's
one
more.
more. This is the last time.
Oh, great. 1915. He's got one more final thing to say. So that was, the first 20 minutes of his show. If you want to hear that, you could see this link in the Bring Back group. It's YPH79 bonus 1. Okay. Or you could join his Patreon. He suggests $10 a month for this. Just so you know.
It's fair.
When you go to his Patreon, it goes suggested tier $10, but you can pay up to $25 if you'd like for this.
So he reviewed a video. I was on Instagram Live in a hotel room. And rally, and the ticket sales were not as good as I hoped they could be.
Ooh, why would you say that? So remember, we were watching his Instagram lives. I'm like, his ticket sales are probably not too good if he's sitting in his room fighting with people like this, ranting about this Red Bar all day. And then he says this.
And rally, and the ticket sales were not as good as I hoped they could be.
Oh, no.
Because he said, maybe the ticket sales were. Of course they were.
Okay. You know, that is, to me, there's like nothing more pathetic than a guy this age with that much opportunity not being able to sell tickets anymore. I mean, sorry. That's as bad as it gets for you. I mean, that's devastating.
Live in a hotel room. And rally, and the ticket sales were not as good as I hoped they could be.
Oh, no.
Because he said, maybe the ticket sales were. Of course they weren't. Would I be on Instagram Live if they were? The fuck? A real fucking gumshoe. But anyway, people were commenting in there. And so that's what he reviewed was my Instagram Live with the quick video I saw when someone kept saying the Red Bar thing's investigating, and I just said I'm going to throw him into a ceiling fan. And as it turns out, now that I've taken a look at him, he's definitely throwable. He's a throwable guy.
That's
He can
your
even
favorite
ride
thing.
the
Let's
blade.
go
See, is Yannis throwable? Let's check. Where's that one picture I put? Let's see. Yeah, here. Let's see if Yannis is throwable. You know, he's saying, I'm throwable. He's checked me out. I'm throwable. Okay. See if Yannis is throwable. Here it comes. And, oh boy. The answer is no. Definitely couldn't throw him into the ceiling. You win.
Fuck.
Holy fuck. I had this in a folder called Body Shaming Yannis. Look at this beach. And this isn't like an old pic. You know, if anything, he's thinner in this pic than he appears now. I mean, look at that. And wait till you meet Britt Pappas, who's a public figure, by the way. She does her own
Business.
online TikTok experience. But yeah, look at Yannis there. And he's shaving his chest. Look at that trim job he's doing. For what? So he's gotten pretty hefty. I don't remember him being this hefty. And look at these titties he's growing. I mean, that's like a Mersh type titty. So you've got these titties. We've got another guy here I want to show you later who grew a set of fucking tits. I'll tell you, that's got to be degrading. Imagine if you started growing fucking tits. Really? This is what's happening to me now? I mean, it couldn't be more devastating than to look down. Oh, God, I got a pair of these. You know, and they refuse to get the bigger shirt. They still want to wear these thin T-shirts with the V-neck that accentuate the bosom. You can't be walking around with a pair of fucking tits talking about another man, okay? You just can't.
Want somebody into a ceiling
It's
fan?
a funny expression because there's only certain people who are throwable.
Right.
Right? I'm 215, 6 foot. So I got to look
Hell
for guys
yeah.
who are at least 160 to be able to throw into a ceiling fan. I can obviously throw a lot of women into a ceiling fan, but you don't want to throw women into a ceiling fan. So when you talk about a guy you could throw into a ceiling fan, you're basically saying he's a lady's size. Because lady size people, I could take my wife and throw her into. I could throw her up in the ceiling fan. I cannot throw you 6'3". What are you?
Close to two.
Close to two. I can't. You
Another
throw
healthy
me into
guy.
a ceiling fan. So
Not at 215.
not at 215. But
So two fat, ugly looking, schlubby fucks. Got it. It's pretty cool. He does care about looks a lot. You'll see he's got the dyed hair. Wait till I show you some of these photos we found about his looks. He's very into the looks lately. Very concerned about that. We're going to show you.
That's pretty much the end of this.
Okay, so this is, and again, it goes on and
They
on.
immediately go from this to talking about another podcast and making fun of it.
let's show you this. I want to show this video first. Do people remember this video? Did anybody hear about this?
Date night.
Saturday night, going to Hal's, our favorite steakhouse on the planet. And I gotta say, Pookie looks absolutely fire tonight.
This Pookie
Babe, I'm
crap,
just seeing
you
it on
seen
your
this?
First time. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a House of CB top.
Has anybody seen this? This went viral. It was a viral meme. You ever see somebody talking about Pookie looks great? I mean, this made it to Barstool. You might have heard about this. Pookie looks adorable. They're making fun of this couple. You know, they're one of these upper-class white trash couples who live in the middle of nowhere. You know, have you seen this? I mean, these people are really taking over the country now. There's a lot of people like this now. This is not a good type of person, but these guys are actually, they come off very likable compared to Yannis. We're going to show you. Yannis has been doing these Pookie photos. You've seen this?
Laces up the back, so that took some work. And then girlfriend denim and femme LA heels that are...
All right, I just want you to hear this part.
...by a friend because I've worn them so much. And my Kelly.
Awesome. I am wearing a Zania jacket, Brooks Brothers shirt, Hermes belt.
This was a big hit meme, a big viral meme. Everybody was doing parodies of it.
I love it.
Okay. Everybody remembers that. I hope you heard about that. It was a very funny day when that came out. Everybody loved it. Look what we found here. I've got some screenshots. Or maybe I could go. Can I go to the IG? It's still there. So Yannis is doing this Pookie shit. Look at all of his Pookie pics that we found. Look at that. 35 messages coming up after the show. I can't wait. Really, I can't wait. When I see 35, that's like getting 35 gifts, presents. So here's Yannis. Look at these pictures we found on his wife's Instagram. Now, I would have never gone to his wife's Instagram, but something happened the other day. How did we think about his wife? What led us, Jules, thinking about his wife the other day? What got me to go check out her Instagram? Did something happen? Was there a message somebody sent to her hair care product line or something?
That's right. Here, I'll send you this.
So look at these little lookbooks that Yannis does. When you go to her Instagram, there's thousands of these where he's taking these pictures in the mirror with what I call a white trash wife. This is like... And you can see, I mean, they're showing their whole home. They're taking these pictures every day. Look at Yannis doing the fit checks. I mean, this is really not something that I find acceptable for any sort of man to be doing. Look at this. So I want to show you Britt Pappas. Now, how did we get involved with her? Did you say you were sending that over? Is that this? Look at this. Okay, so we see this in the Bring Back group the other day. It's some screenshots. You know, there was a lot of trolling going on, a lot of people getting involved in this Yannis stuff last week. And we see these screenshots here. Maybe I should just read these. So somebody messages his wife she's doing all sorts of hair care tutorials and selling all sorts of products on her Instagram. She's one of those women who does like 15 TikToks a day selling crap. So somebody reached out to her and they say, "Hey, Britt, I'm very interested in buying some products as a gift for my fiance. Do you offer custom gift wrapping?" I don't know if these are in order now. But anyway, she's talking about, you know, products that she sells, blah, blah, blah. They're going back and forth about the products. And then the guy says, "Hey, on a personal note, how is Yannis doing? He seems like he's really upset about all this Redbar stuff." She says, "I don't know what that is. I stick with hair. Let me know if you have any questions with anything." And the guy goes, "Really? He hasn't mentioned anything about Redbar? He said a lot of really nasty things online about Redbar. Can you let him know that this is all just a big misunderstanding?" And she replies, "Is that a soap? Whoa. If you'd like help with your fiance's hair," did she write finances? Yeah. "If you'd like help with your fiance's hair, just let me know. I don't discuss my husband." And the guy says, That's fine. Pass it along for me, please. Redbar is waiting. And I think that was it. We skimmed past this. It was rather harmless. Seeing some inside information. I thought the guy was, treated her with respect. He wasn't rude. He didn't do anything. So I remember seeing this on the Bring Back group and going, ha, 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 ha. Great, right? Later that night, this was last night, right, Jules?
Mm-hmm.
Later that night, I was thinking about that post. I was thinking about Yannis. I was thinking about all the chaos that he went through. And I go, let me just check out his wife, see what she's even like. Who is this woman here? Selling all this stuff. And then I go to her page, and this is what I see. So look at this. We're scrolling. These are all these tutorials and advertisements. I mean, thousands and thousands of advertisements. And you go, okay, so what, Mike? She has a small business, and she's doing her thing. Well, okay, sure. Here's one problem with it. Her thing is really, really white trashishly cringe. Okay? Let me show you some of these videos. Okay, but this isn't my point. Here, this is one of her videos here. Let's get some... There are all these TikTok things. There are all these TikTok sounds. She does a lot of the lip reading. This one says, I'm not an influencer. I'm just a mom who figured out how to make an income by sharing products that I love. Oh, okay. Any red flags going on? Hold on.
Interesting. That sounds on the up and up.
I am not an influencer. I'm just a mom who figured out how to make an income by sharing products that I love. This is the first post on her Instagram right here. Let's check the second post. My hair care, non-negotiables. And then all these serums. She's saying what you need, the products. Scalp serum daily, leave-in conditioner, weekly oil treatments. Okay, let's keep going. Wait till you see some of these. Let's just take a look. When caffeine gives you life. Okay, see, she's one of these. Oh, look at that.
Oh, hair.
I mean, that is
comes back to hair in that.
Cringe lady. Let's see. What I'd say to my younger self for not starting oil treatment sooner. What kind of... Now, this is a weird one, right? This isn't a gal goofing off. What I'd say to my younger self for not starting oil treatment sooner. Okay, that's very bizarre. What's this one say? The company that transformed my hair and gave me another purpose and income as a stay-at-home mom just announced they're offering founder shares in North America and projected to be $1 billion company this year. I'm going, what the hell is going on? What company? Well, we look further, and it's a company called Monate. Let me show you something here. Let's open up YouTube. This is my YouTube opener here. Listen to this. Every time I open YouTube, I have it go direct to this page to get me in the mood. Let's open up YouTube. So she's selling this product, and not just selling it, but talking about it almost every 2 hours of the day. I didn't pick any of these specifically to show you. I'm just clicking. Did you know your hair care can age backwards? In my 30s, I'm now postpartum with 2 kids. And here in my 20s, here's how. Okay. Here's how. So she's given every day. It's you got to unlock the secrets to longevity and beauty with me. So thousands and thousands of posts. I mean, look at this. It goes on and on and on. Yannis is photographed with her almost every week. There's a big Yannis goofy, creepy, white trash family photo where he looks like a complete dope. Okay, so we see these. But watch this. She sells a product called Monate. Is that M-O-N-A-T?
Yep.
So I'm just typing Monate and then hitting enter. This is what she's been advertising for years on her Instagram 3 times a day. These are the results from typing in the name of the brand of hair care product she's selling, Monate. I've simply typed in Monate. Look at this. Oh, Sorry about that. Look at this. Monat lawsuits are getting worse. Wild income claims from a Monat rep. Monat is crumbling. Market partners leaving and exposing the business. MLM. Monat top scammers are desperate. Anti-MLM Monat deep dive. Why you shouldn't join
That one's
Monat.
good. I watched that one this morning.
It is an endless. And this is just not typing in Monat scam, not typing in Monat MLM, master marketing,
Multi-level marketing.
Multi-level marketing. So this is just by typing the brand name. Okay. Just by typing the brand name. So yes, it turns out Yannis's wife is part of one of the most blatant MLM scams in all of history. Go to Google right now. You could do this at home. Type in Monat, M-O-N-A-T.
A lot of people already know about this. It's one of like, people love talking about MLMs.
It's as clear as day.
To the point that it's insane that people still get wrapped up in this shit.
So let's go over what's really going on here. Where should I go to next here? We did this Pookie. Which one should I open up next?
Did you want to watch a couple of the videos?
Yeah,
or do you want to see him at the events? Okay,
yeah,
here's
let's
the
do that.
videos. You could click around these.
Okay.
I brought it
Next
to the
up.
top.
Wait till you see this. Come on. Monat YouTube videos that we watched. Which one do you want me to open here?
Well, they're pretty. The one with the girl is the second one.
Okay.
The third link. And the one with the guy interviewing that old lady is the second one. I don't know if you...
Which one do you think's better?
Yeah, the last one.
Last one. Okay, check this out. And
Hello,
we were
welcome back
watching these all night, video after video of people giving testimony about how much of a pyramid scheme this is, although you can't call it a pyramid scheme because they actually have a product, a very cheap, faulty product that people are complaining is making their hair fall out or their skin burn. And at the very least, that it's overpriced garbage. Okay, check this out. What time code do you want me to go to here?
Go to the 7:30. That's a good part.
Check this out.
plans, and this is intentional, and Monat is no different. What I mean by this is that they'll have compensation plans on the internet for anybody to look up, anybody to access, but the kicker is that all of the values on the compensation plan are represented by points and not dollar amounts. So outsiders like me are looking at this
And again, there's like a million videos like this.
We don't
You
even
can pick
really need
any
to
of them.
show this because...
Well, I want to get the little points
Yes.
out, the
Okay,
main
okay,
points.
okay.
Yeah, so listen.
compensation plan, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. So for example, I'll put a part of the
Wait till you hear
compensation
this.
plan right here on the screen, and it shows you all the points needed for each rank in the things like
This is
personal
all the horse
volume,
shit they
group
do.
volume,
What rank
and
do you think
downline
she
volume.
is?
You can look at this whole compensation plan at the link down below, but just notice right here that you don't see any dollar signs. I even asked a friend of mine who's in Monat who was kind enough to answer some of the questions that I had, and I said, what are these point values? Are they equivalent to $1? And her response to me was just that it's not written anywhere that 1 PV point equals $1.
Okay, this is there anything good
There's
coming
nothing
up here?
really fast. It just talks about
Yeah.
the whole... But people know how
give me
MLM
another
schemes...
one. I know, but give me another one because there was some. Was it this guy
Yeah,
talking
do
to
that
this
guy.
girl?
Yeah,
Let's
you
do
could
this.
start that from the beginning.
Right.
Okay.
I showed up every day on Facebook, and I did at least one.
Let's go to 4:30. She's got some good points here. They're doing this interview here, and you'll hear about this company that Yannis's wife is a huge part of, and not just his wife. Yannis himself, we find, our investigation finds, Yannis himself also involved. Let's see.
Tell me about your experience between
Pyramids.
actually selling the products to people versus selling the business opportunity to people, and what it was like for you. Like, what was the breakdown in terms of the money you made from actually selling the products and getting commissions off of shampoo versus getting bonuses for having X number of people underneath you?
So selling the products, I would usually kind
Cheers,
of
bitch.
lead with that, and I was a full-time triathlete at the time. So I was still, I'd go swimming, I'd go to the pool. People would say, oh, your hair looks really good. My hair was looking good for the first few years, and then it tanked. But it still took me a time to get out. So it was kind of, easy. I just said, oh, I'm using this stuff. Do you want to
This one's called Brainwashed for 5 Years in Monat. Multi-level misery. with Julie Anderson videos. And this is Julie Anderson, one of these many women who fall for these scams every day. Now, what I hope to find out today, has Yannis's wife simply fallen to a scam, or is she part of the scam? We'll find out. Let's hear some of these talking
So I
points.
would kind of just, they would try it and then people would buy it. Then, but because I was the first in my area here, I started to post on Facebook, on the different Facebook groups. And I was like, do you struggle with hair growth? All the things that you're not supposed to say. But in 2017, it was like Wild West. You could say whatever you want.
But all of these bitches take way too long to get to the point.
Yeah.
Everyone knows how an MLM works.
Sure.
You think you're selling a product, but you actually just have to buy all of this stock to attempt to sell people on it. But the real point is you need people in your downline to make any money. So you have to recruit more people to buy more stuff in order to make any money.
This is a highly documented, millions of people coming out online telling you about one of the larger MLM schemes of today. And here Yannis's wife is sitting right in the middle of it. You know, we actually found they do these events. So we were watching this one video where a girl was giving a testimony like you just saw. And she said, yeah, they make you come to these events where they really spell it out and really give you the, you know, the game plan. So I want to show you this. Where did we have that, Jules?
Yannis at the events. It's at the top.
Yannis at the events. Sorry. Top of next up or top of... Okay, I've got... No, I don't have that. Oh, there it is. Yannis at the Monat events. Look at this. Here he is. And it says MGM Grand Las Vegas. Here he is attending these events where they do all the scheming.
He's even referred to as a Mo Daddy. Wow.
Welcome to the Mo Daddy Club. Here's Yannis himself, night on the town. When you go to her Instagram, you'll see there's hundreds of these events that they go to. It almost looks like every week they're going to these events. What did they specifically say about the events, Jules, that happens at the events? Because it was she said, oh, the events, that's where it gets real bad. That's where they clearly spell out what you need to do to make money.
Yeah, basically that. And you have to spend a ton of money to get there.
Yeah, look at this. Here he is at the event. And is he buying all these products for her to stock and do all this stuff?
No wonder he's so worried about his ticket sales. He's probably spent thousands and thousands on Rejuvenique oil that's just sitting in the garage.
Let's go back to her Instagram.
And I heard this thing about how if you get to level 7, you get a white Cadillac.
Yeah, there's this thing.
So that's how we can tell how high up in the ranks she is.
I don't think she's very high up in the ranks because she only has 2,000 followers. I'm guessing that there's Monet reps that have, you know, a much higher count, especially on TikTok. So at level 7, Yannis, if Yannis ever shows up in a white Cadillac, that's what they gift you at level 7. And it has to be a Cadillac, we heard, and it has to be white. For some reason, right? So yeah, there's thousands of videos. Go look into it. It's they describe it as a cult that traps people and makes these women pull the same scam.
I mean, there's a whole Reddit about it, anti-MLM. The derogatory term for this type of woman is called a hun.
I'm trying to find, what else did we have here for this one, Jules? Didn't we have something really funny to show them? No? Okay.
I don't know what you mean.
There he is at this event again. 122 likes. 14 weeks ago, he's at the Monat event. So, Yannis, we must ask, are you part of this? Fuck.
And how could you let your wife do this? I mean, people might be like, oh, that's his wife, blah, blah. And Yannis is probably going to be like, don't go after my wife. But it's like, we're going after you for allowing her.
Of course. So I have a million questions. I'm ready to ask all my questions.
Okay.
So, Yannis, what's your involvement in this? Do you not know that it's a scam because you did go to all the events? Did you never Google the name Monette? Did you never look into it? Have you never heard of anything like this? When your wife said that she needed to recruit people for a living, Did you wonder what that was about? Did you wonder why? Because I know if Jules came to me and said, I need to borrow some money so that I could buy a garage full of hair products and then start recruiting others to sell it, I would say, oh, that kind of sounds like one of those schemes. So either he doesn't know. I mean, no, he obviously knows, right? These people who are doing this, Jules, the recruiters know the scheme, right?
I mean,
it's not like they're innocent victims.
If you're going to have any success, you have to become someone who has recruited 1 million people.
Yeah.
You need multiple downlines.
So I want to know. Our investigation continues from here on out. Now we've got a real investigation, everybody. Look at these events constantly at these meet and greets.
I think that's someone's wedding.
Well, is it a Greek wedding? Look at this. Constantine. Jules, what do they say about the Greek?
They're big and fat.
No, come on. We looked it up today. What do they say about the Greek?
I searched Greek stereotypes, and one of the first ones was they're swindlers.
They're swindlers. Greek stereotype number 1, they're swindlers. I never knew this. So Yannis is one of these Greek swindlers, and him and his wife, I guess they're making money here selling monate. 3 months later, and I had postpartum hair loss. I mean, every day. So
she better not have extensions.
Yannis, let's hear all about it. Let's hear about the MLM. Is it not a scam? Did you not know it was a scam? Did you not know your wife was? Well, you know your wife's doing this. How could you not? How could you let her? I have so many questions. I guess.
Why aren't you protecting her?
Redbar's watching in his comments can now retire, right? And let's switch it to, why is your wife part of an MLM scam, Monet? Have you go all the questions we'd ever want to know? Go ahead. Let's see what that yields. I thought that was so amazing coming from this guy who, you know, the whole investigation part. I can't believe it actually turned into this, where he is actually.
Well, not only that, but it's something that there's been millions of investigations done on it for the past 10 years. Yes. You're already a part of a lot of investigations.
What are you going to investigate? What are you going to investigate? The MLM scheme that I'm involved in that's been investigated and currently being investigated by thousands of victims? Is that what you were worried about us finding? Well, you didn't even hide it. Now, what is your wife going to do? Because, okay, here, don't...
He's just going to turn this into my family.
Yeah,
so
don't do any
bother
harassment.
her.
But, you know, you could ask questions. You could ask questions because this is a documented scheme. Yes, I know they do this thing where it's not a pyramid scheme. It's not a... We know. It's an MLM scheme. Congratulations. And yeah, like, without being boring about it, if you looked this up, the horror stories, the length of the horror stories out there, they're never ending. So Yannis, you must tell us what's going on here. The investigation actually turned up that you're possibly a scammer. So please let us know what this is all about. Now,
either you guys are in deep shit and are losing a ton of money, or you've ruined hundreds of women's lives.
I know. Why are you taking money? Why are you robbing all these women? You and your wife are going around robbing stupid, idiot women just because your wife got tricked? I mean, your wife is the victim of this scam, and now you're victimizing others? That's absurd. That's too far. You've been red-barred. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, much more. That was just the intro. Thank you. Jules, take us to break. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Hey, y'all, we got to get started. Yeah, all the levels are fine. Thank you so much. Yeah, we got to